I want you to pause for a moment. Think about the times in your life when you've been running, chasing, striving with all your might for something just out of reach. And it felt like no matter how fast you ran, how hard you pushed, that goal, that dream, that relationship, it stayed just a little bit further away. It's exhausting, isn't it? But I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to be that way. When you're chasing something, you're coming from a place of fear. Fear that if you don't run after it, you'll never get it. Fear that it will slip through your fingers. But fear, my friends, fear is the enemy of abundance. Fear keeps you stuck in a cycle of lack. It tells you that you're not enough, that you don't have enough, and that you need to do more, to be more, to prove your worth. But what if I told you that what you want is not outside of you? What if I told you that everything you've ever dreamed of is already yours, you just have to align yourself with it? You don't have to chase after your destiny. You have to become the person who attracts it. Let's talk about what it means to stop doing and start being. So many of us are conditioned to believe that success is the result of constant action, endless hustle. But success, true, lasting success, is about alignment. It's about being the vibration of what you want to attract. When you're in alignment with your deepest desires, the universe will start to move things in your favor. People, opportunities, resources, they will flow to you effortlessly. This isn't magic, and it's not wishful thinking. It's the power of intention, the law of attraction. Whatever you focus on, you amplify. Whatever energy you put out, you bring back into your life. So if you're constantly chasing, what are you telling the universe? That you don't believe you already have it. That you're in lack. And lack begets lack. But when you stand firm in your belief that you are worthy, that you are enough, and that you deserve abundance, abundance comes knocking. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking: I can't just sit around and wait for things to happen, and you're right, this isn't about passivity or sitting on the sidelines, but it's about letting go of control and trusting the process. Stop trying to force things to happen. Surrender doesn't mean giving up, it means making space for miracles. It means trusting that the universe has your back and everything is unfolding in perfect timing. Clarity is power. When you stop chasing and start attracting, you allow yourself to get crystal clear on what it is that you truly want. Not what you think you should want or what other people tell you to want, but what you truly desire. And let me tell you, when you get clear, the universe gets to work. When you stop scattering your energy, trying to control every detail, and focus on what matters most, you become a magnet for what you want. And here's the real secret: the work of attraction begins within. If you want love, you have to be love. If you want success, you have to feel successful. If you want abundance, you have to believe that you are abundant. Your outer world will always be a reflection of your inner world. So ask yourself, who do you need to become to attract the life you want? Do the inner work and the outer world will follow. Finally, remember this: you don't need to chase what's already yours. You were born with a birthright to abundance, to love, to joy. Stop running after what you think you need to prove your worth. You are worthy as you are right now. And when you truly believe that, when you live from a place of deep gratitude for everything you already have, the universe will bless you with even more. So my friends, it's time to stop chasing. It's time to start attracting. You are a powerful being. You have everything you need within you to create the life you desire. Now go out there and claim it. Think about the moments when you've been chasing something, whether it's a dream, a relationship, or an opportunity. Deep down, what's driving that chase? Often it's fear. Fear that if you don't pursue it with everything you've got, you'll miss out. Fear that someone else will grab it before you do. Fear that it won't come to you unless you fight for it with every ounce of your energy. But let's be honest, fear is a powerful, destructive force. It tricks us into believing that what we want is always just beyond our reach. It whispers that we're not enough as we are, that we need to prove ourselves, to hustle endlessly, or we'll never get what we desire. Fear convinces us that life is a competition and that if we don't chase, we'll be left behind. But here's the truth: when you operate from fear, you're actually pushing what you want further away. You see, fear creates resistance. It blocks the flow of abundance, joy, and love into your life. The more you chase something, the more you affirm to the universe that you don't have it. You're telling the world that you're in lack, that you're incomplete without it, that you're desperate for it. And desperation repels. It's like trying to grab water with clenched fists. The tighter you hold on, the less you can actually receive. Fear is rooted in scarcity, the belief that there isn't enough to go around, that you have to chase because you're afraid someone else will beat you to it. But what if you could shift that mindset? What if, instead of coming from fear, you operated from trust? Trust that what is meant for you will find its way to you. Trust that you are worthy, that you are enough, and that abundance is not something you have to fight for, it's something you align with. When you stop chasing out of fear, you create space for faith to step in. You shift your energy from lack to abundance, from fear to confidence, and when you do that, the world responds in kind. You start to attract what you desire naturally, effortlessly, because you're no longer running after it, you're welcoming it with open arms. We live in a world that glorifies action. We're taught that success is the result of constant hustle, of doing more, pushing harder, and always being in motion. But let me ask you, how many times have you found yourself exhausted from all the effort, all the doing, and yet still feeling like you're no closer to what you really want? That's because achieving your dreams isn't just about action, it's about alignment. Doing is about activity, about what you can accomplish externally. But being, that's about who you are on the inside. It's about your essence, your energy, your state of mind. While doing is focused on making things happen, being is about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts those things into your life. Here's the difference: when you're constantly in doing mode, you might make progress, but it's often forced and it feels like an uphill battle. It's like swimming upstream, pushing against the current. But when you shift into a state of being, you flow. You're no longer working against the tide, instead you're moving with it. You become aligned with the energy of what you want. And as a result, those things begin to come to you with ease. Being is about embodying the qualities of the life you desire. If you want love, are you being love? If you want abundance, are you living with an abundant mindset? If you're seeking peace, are you grounded in peace within yourself? It's not about waiting for the external circumstances to change, it's about becoming the change you seek. When you shift your focus from doing to being, your external reality will naturally begin to reflect that internal shift. This doesn't mean that action is unnecessary, far from it, but the most powerful actions come from a place of inspired being, not frantic doing. When you're rooted in who you truly are and aligned with what you want, the actions you take feel natural and the results unfold with less resistance. You no longer feel like you're chasing after something. Instead, you're allowing it to flow into your life because you become a match for it. This is the shift from effort to ease, from striving to thriving. It's about recognizing that who you are becoming is far more important than what you are doing. When you show up as the person who is already aligned with your desires, you send a signal to the universe that you're ready to receive. And that's when the magic happens, when you stop trying so hard to make things happen and instead focus on being the kind of person who effortlessly attracts everything you've been chasing. The law of attraction is more than just a catchy phrase. It's a principle that governs the way the world works, whether we realize it or not. At its core, it's about energy, about the idea that what you focus on, what you believe, and what you feel, you draw into your life. Everything in this universe, including you, operates at a certain frequency. Your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs all carry energy, and that energy has a magnetic effect. When you think about something repeatedly, when you believe in it deeply, you're sending out a signal, almost like a broadcast to the universe. And the universe, in turn, responds to that signal by bringing things, people, and situations that match the frequency of your thoughts and beliefs. This is why people who consistently dwell on negative outcomes, doubts, or fears often find themselves trapped in cycles of disappointment. It's not that life is punishing them, it's that their focus is on lack, and so they continue to attract more lack. On the flip side, when you focus on abundance, gratitude, love, and possibility, you begin to attract more of those things into your life. It's not about ignoring reality or pretending challenges don't exist, it's about choosing where to put your attention and energy. When you shift your focus to what you want, instead of what you fear, you change the vibration you're sending out. And when you do that, the universe starts aligning opportunities, people, and circumstances that reflect that higher frequency. This doesn't mean that just thinking positively is enough. It's not about wishful thinking or hoping that everything will magically appear in your life without effort. The law of attraction works in conjunction with action, but it's inspired action, action that feels right, that feels aligned with what you're trying to manifest. It's about being in the right mental and emotional state so that the steps you take feel less forced and more in sync with the flow of life. It's important to remember that the law of attraction isn't something that only works occasionally, it's always at play. Every moment, with every thought and emotion, you're creating your future. That's why it's so crucial to become aware of the energy you're putting out. Are you focusing on what's missing in your life, or are you focusing on what's possible? Are you thinking about obstacles, or are you thinking about opportunities? The answers to those questions determine what you attract. The law of attraction is real because it's based on the understanding that the universe is a mirror. It reflects back to you what you believe is true. So if you believe that you're not enough or that abundance is out of reach, the universe will keep showing you evidence of that belief. But if you choose to believe that you're worthy of love, success, and joy, and you focus your energy on that, the universe will respond with experiences and opportunities that affirm that belief. When you truly understand this principle, you realize the incredible power you hold. You're not a passive participant in life, waiting for things to happen to you. You're a creator capable of shaping your reality with your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. It's not always easy, and it requires constant awareness, but the law of attraction is a tool that, when used with intention, can transform your life. Letting go of control is one of the hardest lessons we face, especially in a world that teaches us to constantly take charge, to make things happen, to steer our lives in the direction we want. But the truth is, the more we try to control every aspect of our lives, the more resistance we create. Control is rooted in fear, the fear that if we don't manage every detail, things will fall apart or we'll miss out on opportunities. But in reality, control often blocks the very things we desire. When you're holding on tightly, trying to force outcomes, you're not leaving any room for flow. It's like trying to clutch a handful of sand. The tighter you grip, the more it slips through your fingers. Control comes from the belief that you have to do everything yourself, that you can't trust the process, or that you're the only one who knows the right way for things to unfold. But here's the thing, there is a force much greater than any one of us that has a far broader perspective on life than we could ever have. Call it the universe, divine timing, or life's natural intelligence. It knows what's best for you, even when you don't. Letting go of control doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means releasing the need to dictate every single step of the journey. It's about trusting that once you've done your part, once you've set your intention and taken aligned action, there is a process at work that will bring things to fruition in the right way, at the right time. Think of it this way, imagine planting a seed. You don't stand over that seed every day, digging it up to check if it's growing. You trust that if you nurture it, water it, and give it sunlight, it will grow when it's meant to. Life works the same way. After you've planted the seeds of your desires, whether it's through the actions you've taken or the energy you've put out into the world, you have to trust that they will blossom in their own time. Trying to control everything often leads to frustration because life rarely goes according to our exact plans. When you release control, you allow for the possibility of outcomes that are even better than what you imagined. You give space for things to unfold in ways you couldn't foresee, ways that are perfectly aligned with your highest good. This is where surrender comes in, not as a form of defeat, but as a form of liberation. Surrendering is about acknowledging that you can't know every twist and turn that life will take. It's about releasing the pressure to figure it all out and accepting that there is a flow to life that is working in your favor, even when it doesn't seem like it. When you surrender, you open yourself up to the unexpected blessings, the synchronicities, the people, and opportunities that are meant for you. And here's the irony, the moment you let go of control, you often find that clarity is one of the most powerful tools you can possess. When you know exactly what you want, you send a clear message to the universe, to your subconscious mind, and to the people around you. It's as if you're pointing a laser beam in a specific direction, cutting through the noise and distractions, guiding everything toward your goal. But without clarity, your energy becomes scattered, your actions lose focus, and you end up chasing things that aren't aligned with your true desires. Clarity starts with knowing yourself, your values, your dreams, your priorities. It means taking the time to really understand what drives you, what makes you feel fulfilled, and what kind of life you want to live. Too often, we get caught up in chasing what others expect of us or what society tells us we should want. But those pursuits leave us feeling empty even when we achieve them because they aren't aligned with our true selves. When you're unclear about what you want, life becomes chaotic. You might feel like you're doing a lot, but going nowhere. You might take on projects, relationships, or responsibilities that drain your energy simply because you haven't taken the time to define what really matters to you. This is why clarity is so essential. It streamlines your actions, helps you make better decisions, and cuts away anything that doesn't serve your ultimate vision. The power of clarity lies in the way it amplifies your focus. When you have a clear vision of what you want, you stop wasting energy on things that don't contribute to that vision. You start to say no to distractions, no to opportunities that might look good on the surface but don't align with your deeper purpose. Clarity empowers you to be intentional, to make choices that move you closer to your goals rather than pulling you in 100 different directions. But clarity isn't just about knowing what you want, it's also about understanding why you want it. The more connected you are to the purpose behind your goals, the stronger your motivation will be. When your why is strong enough, no obstacle can stand in your way. That deep sense of purpose will carry you through challenges, uncertainties, and setbacks because you'll always have a clear sense of direction guiding you forward. Clarity also breeds confidence. When you're clear about your path, you stop second-guessing yourself. You stop wondering if you're on the right track or if you're making the right decisions. You trust yourself more. And when you radiate that inner certainty, others begin to trust and support you too. People are naturally drawn to those who know where they're going because that level of focus and determination is magnetic. Another important aspect of clarity is that it allows the true transformation starts from within. It's easy to get caught up in the external, working harder, doing more, chasing after goals in the hopes that they will bring fulfillment. But the real key to lasting change, to attracting the life you desire, is inner work. Everything you experience in your outer world is a reflection of what's happening inside of you. Your beliefs, your emotions, your mindset, they all shape the reality you create. Inner work is about looking inward and addressing the parts of yourself that need healing, growth, or realignment. It's about uncovering the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back, the fears that have been keeping you small, and the self-doubt that has been blocking your progress. Often we try to solve our problems by changing the outside circumstances, getting a new job, ending a relationship, or setting new goals, but none of that will create real change unless you've done the internal work first. One of the most important aspects of inner work is self-awareness. This means getting honest with yourself about what you truly believe, how you feel, and why you react the way you do. It requires a willingness to sit with your discomfort, to ask yourself the tough questions, and to face the parts of yourself that you might have been avoiding. When you become aware of your internal blocks, you can start to dismantle them. And once those barriers come down, you make space for new possibilities. Healing is also a huge part of inner work. We all carry wounds, whether from childhood, past relationships, or life's disappointments that affect how we see ourselves and what we believe we're capable of. If those wounds remain unaddressed, they continue to influence our decisions, our actions, and ultimately the reality we create. Inner work allows us to heal those wounds, release the pain and negative emotions tied to them, and step into a new, empowered version of ourselves. Inner work is also about taking responsibility for your life. It's easy to blame external circumstances for why things aren't going the way you want them to, whether it's a tough economy, a difficult boss, or a challenging relationship. But when you do the inner, you were born into a world of abundance, and it's your birthright to experience it. Yet so many of us have been conditioned to believe that we must struggle, compete, or somehow prove ourselves worthy of receiving it. We're often taught that resources are limited, that success is for the few, and that if we want something, we have to fight for it. But this mindset of scarcity, of lack, is not the truth of who we are. Abundance is not something outside of us that we have to chase. It's something that is already within us, waiting to be recognized and embraced. Abundance isn't just about money or material wealth. It's about the fullness of life. It's the love that surrounds you, the joy that fills your heart, the opportunities that come your way, the creativity that flows through you. Abundance is all around you, in nature, in relationships, in the air you breathe. The problem is, most of us are too focused on what we don't have to see what's already available to us. When you start to believe that abundance is your birthright, everything changes. You begin to realize that you don't need to struggle to get what's meant for you. You stop believing in the myth of scarcity, that there isn't enough success, love, or happiness to go around. Instead, you understand that there is more than enough for everyone and that your share of abundance is already earmarked for you. All you have to do is open yourself up to receive it. The first step in claiming your birthright to abundance is shifting your mindset. As long as you believe in lack, you will attract lack. If you see the world as a place of competition, where you have to fight for every little thing, that's the reality you'll create for yourself. But when you begin to see the world, gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. And when you truly understand its power, you unlock the key to attracting more of what you want into your life. Gratitude shifts your energy in an instant. It takes your focus off of what's lacking and places it on what's already abundant in your life. And here's the secret: whatever you focus on expands. The more grateful you are for what you have, the more reasons the universe will give you to be grateful. When you operate from a place of gratitude, you're telling the universe that you recognize and appreciate the blessings you've already received. You're signaling that you're open and ready to receive more. It's like opening a door. Gratitude allows the energy of abundance to flow freely into your life. On the other hand, when you focus on what you don't have, you create resistance. You're essentially telling the universe, I don't have enough. And that energy of lack will continue to manifest in your life. Gratitude isn't just about the big things, it's about the small, everyday moments that we often take for granted. When you start to notice and appreciate the simple joys, the beauty in the mundane, the people who show up for you, and the opportunities that come your way, you start to cultivate a mindset of abundance. This shift in perspective changes everything because it aligns your energy with the frequency of what you want to attract. When you practice gratitude consistently, it rewires your brain to see more opportunities, more possibilities, and more reasons to feel blessed. It's like tuning into a new radio station, one that's playing the music of abundance, love, and joy. You begin to attract people, situations, and experiences that are in harmony with that frequency. Doors start to open and things begin to flow with less effort because you're no longer operating from a place of lack or neediness. Instead, you're radiating appreciation, and that energy is magnetic. Gratitude also amplifies your belief in your ability to attract what you want. When you reflect on the things you've already received, the unexpected opportunities, the relationships, the moments of joy, you reinforce your faith that more is possible. It builds your trust in the process of attraction because you have tangible evidence that good things are already present in your life. The beauty of gratitude is that it doesn't depend on your current circumstances. Even in challenging times, there is always something to be thankful for. And when you focus on what's good, even in the midst of difficulty, you transform your energy. You shift from a state of fear or worry to a state of trust and openness, which accelerates the process of attracting more of what you truly desire. Gratitude isn't just an emotion, it's a practice, a way of living. When you make gratitude a daily habit, you change the way you experience life. You stop waiting for things to get better and start seeing the blessings that are already here. And as you do, the universe responds by giving you more reasons to be grateful. In life, we are often taught to chase, to run after success, love, happiness, and fulfillment as if they're always just out of reach. But the truth is, everything you desire is already within your grasp, waiting for you to align with it. It's time to stop chasing and start attracting. When you shift from fear to trust, from doing to being, and embrace the law of attraction, you unlock a power greater than any external force. By letting go of control, gaining clarity on what you truly want, and doing the inner work, you become a magnet for the things that are meant for you. Abundance is not something you have to fight for, it's your birthright, something that flows naturally when you align with the energy of possibility. And remember, gratitude is your greatest accelerator. It turns what you have into enough and opens the doors for even more to enter your life. As you embrace these principles, you'll find that the struggle begins to ease and life starts to flow. You are enough right where you are, and everything you need is on its way, no chasing required. Step into your power, align with your truth, and watch as you attract the life you've always dreamed of.